Yo, welcome back to Zenless Wiki Gaming. Quick out of topic, talking the beginning after the end, chapter 194, Man Behind the Veil. You know Agrona in TBATE? He's not just a sadistic villain, he's a twisted politician. In one scene in the novel, Agrona literally kidnaps Sylvie's body just to negotiate with Arthur. Isn't that absurd? So in the novel, chapter 194, Agrona chats through Sylvie's body, saying, "Relax, Arthur, Sylvie is just sleeping." He explains that he planted the spell from an egg. In the novel, he literally hijacks Sylvie's body just to negotiate with Arthur. Claims she's just asleep. Bro, sovereign beast caught by an egg spell? Makes no sense. What makes it even funnier is that Agrona is the most talkative villain. He said that the reason for his experiment was to build a more just society. He raised the human race in Alakria to 1 in 5 people who could do magic, whereas in Dicathen, it was 1 in 100. But the method of the experiment was sadistic. The Asura of Ephiodus act all high and mighty, but when Arthur needs them, they ditch him and call it neutral. Arthur's basically fighting an empire alone. Arthur says, "You've been conducting experiments on the lessers and breeding with them." And Agrona replies, "The best lie is only telling half the truth." This right here is Agrona in a nutshell. He doesn't deny it. He's admitting he did all that, but claims there's a reason Kizes and Winsome hid. It's classic villain writing, half confession, half justification. He wants Arthur to question his own allies and see the gray area in this war. Honestly, it's a manipulative move, but also weirdly honest. Agrona acts like he's not hiding the evil, just reframing it. Agrona says, "Do you think I just woke up one day wanting to commit genocide?" Arthur replies, "Whatever your reason is, it doesn't justify what you're doing." This is where Agrona tries to flip the script. He doesn't defend his actions, he attacks society itself. He asks Arthur, "What if you were born without magic? Would the royal families care about you? Would your friends even look at you?" He's basically saying, this world is broken, elitist, unfair. And his war, his experiments, they're revenge for being born at the bottom. Here's the catch. Agrona's not lying. Dicathen and even Ephiodus judge people based on mana, not merit. But just because the system sucks doesn't mean mass murder fixes it. So now I'm asking you, does Agrona have a point? Is he evil or just broken by a world that was evil first? Arthur calls him out, "You toyed with lives just to gain power?" Agrona answers, "Do you cry when you step on ants?" Yeah, that's where his head's at. Agrona doesn't see lessers as equals, not even close. He was born at the bottom of his own clan, ignored, rejected, humiliated. So he flips the system, rises through inhuman methods, and calls it justice. He says the people of Alakria worship him, not from fear but reverence, because he gave them power, awakenings, purpose. In his mind, he's not the villain. He's the revolution, the necessary evil. But at what cost? Can you really call yourself a savior when your entire empire is built on blood and manipulation? Or is that the price of change in a broken world? This is Agrona being terrifyingly self-aware. He knows his methods were torture and murder. He even jokes about Arthur's bitterness, but then he flips it, says the people worship him because he gave them power, magic, purpose. It's classic cult leader logic. I hurt them for their own good. He built a society where they don't even want to rebel because he designed the whole awakening system to make them grateful. It's social engineering on a horrifying scale. Then Arthur asks the big question, "So what's your end goal?" And Agrona? He refuses. Says he won't monologue like a cliché villain. He literally laughs at the idea. That's what makes him scary. He's not chaotic. He's methodical, charming, and 100% convinced he's right. He doesn't see lessers as people, just pieces for his plan. Agrona tells Arthur, "Drop out of the war, don't fight me, I'll keep your family safe." That's not a threat, it's a deal, a devil's deal. And Arthur? He's actually tempted for a second. Because this isn't your cliché villain rant. Agrona says he doesn't make allies through force. He wants Arthur to choose neutrality, or better yet, Alakria. It's psychological warfare at its best. Then Agrona drops a bomb. Says Arthur's parents? Alive, because he allowed it. He's basically saying, your family's safety? That's in my hands already. It's control. complete manipulation. And he's not done. He exposes the Asura Council's betrayal. Turns out Winsome, Aldir, all of them tried to assassinate Agrona, failed, and made a new deal. Result? The Asuras are forbidden from helping Dicathan at all. Agrona's not just winning battles. He's tearing apart Arthur's alliances. He wants Arthur to realize he's alone, that Dicathan is doomed without him, and he's offering a way out, at a cost. Agrona warns Arthur, "This war's about to get uglier. My deal doesn't protect you if you refuse." That's not an offer. That's leverage. And then Arthur asks the one question that's been bugging him and us. Why me? Why is Agrona so obsessed with Arthur over everyone else in Dicathan? Agrona just smirks and says, "I've enjoyed talking with an old friend of yours, King Grey." That's right, he knows Arthur's past life. This is huge. It's confirmation that Agrona isn't just fighting Arthur the boy. He's targeting King Grey, the reincarnated strategist. It's personal, calculated, and dangerous. Agrona's playing 4D chess while Arthur's still trying to hold his world together. So who's the real villain? Agrona, the mad scientist? Indrath, the corrupt god king? Or Arthur, the naive hero? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate TBATE's contradictions.